So today we're going to talk about physical Kami on this bad EZA series. So let's just go ahead and jump straight into it. Now, why is this EZA so bad? Now, the first thing I want to say out the gate is the fact that they did not give him a defensive buff on super for his super attack effect. All they did was give him lower attack. I don't understand why they did this. And the thing is that in his pre-EZA palette, it's like, okay, they could have easily made him a slot 3 unit that had up to a 50% chance to dodge, hell, maybe a 70% chance to dodge, I don't see why not, that gains an attack and defensive buff on his passive to his super attack effect. It's like, they could have easily gave him 30% defense one turn, boom, that's it. And then gave him 100% attack and defense when doing a super attack, post-EZA, while having a 50% chance to dodge, or 70% chance to dodge. I don't see why not. Guys, let's go over to the Thieving Six Dokkan wiki. Kami doesn't have many cards. Kami has 2 fucking cards. His SSR and his damn EZA card. It's 2 cards technically, but no one is using the SSR version of Kami. Guys, in all actuality, he has 1 card. I know, but Kami has no cards. I hate to break it to you guys. And on top of that, Kami also has no 200% leader skills. So if you're going to make this EZA bad, I don't understand. Because guess what? He's on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 categories. And he's looking like this. I don't understand it. Okay, so like I was saying, the first thing that's bad about this card is the fact that he does not gain a defensive buff on his super attack effect. All he got in his post EZA was lowering attack, and obviously great lowering defense is very, very useless. We're not in 2016. Great lowering defense is not good at all. And the next thing about this card that is bad is the fact that he does not gain a defensive buff on super for his passive. It's like he's getting 100% attack when performing a super. Why is that not 100% defense? For a card like this, who has a handful of categories, I don't understand it. I actually just don't understand it. It's like the thought process. It's like, okay, Dokkan's designing this card. He doesn't have any 200% leader skills. He's not gaining a defensive buff on super from his passive to his super attack effect. And on top of that, oh, let's go ahead and let this guy have up to a 60% chance to dodge before he attacks. And then after he dodges, he has a 30% chance to dodge. Well, not after he dodges, excuse me. After he does a super. So after he does a super, he lowers his dodge down to a 30% chance to dodge, because he does start out with a baseline 30% chance to dodge, and he gets an additional 30% chance to dodge before he attacks. You're not putting this guy in slot 1. You're just not. You're not. This guy is literally the epitome of a full dodge build. And even if this guy's EZA was better, he would still be a full dodge build, right? So that's 3 issues with this card. The fact that they want you to put this guy in slot 1 for him to have up to a 60% chance to dodge, right? And then after he supers, he'll have a 30% chance to dodge. Let me just put that out there. This guy's defense is not enough to tank normals anywhere outside of off-meta content like Battle Road. Just put that out there, because only a 30% chance to dodge, and the only defense he has is from his support type buffs, and is 100% defense. So he only has, what's that? He only has 135% defense in his entire kit, with up to a 60% chance to dodge before he attacks, and a 30% chance to dodge afterwards. Why? I don't understand why. It's just so, and what's crazy is that I've talked about physical Kami before. I have, but we're beating a dead horse here, people. He has 3 core issues. A, he's not getting an attack and defensive buff. Well, basically, more importantly, he's not getting a defensive buff on super for his super attack effect all the way to his passive. Why is he getting 100% attack? I just don't understand. And you know what's a kicker? The fact that this guy exists. I don't get it. This guy literally exists. he stacks. He has up to a 70% chance to dodge. He gets more attack and defense for multiple turns when he dodges. And then he's a super class support. Oh, what? Are you kidding me? These World Tournament EZAs is like these, and then it's a Gohan. Like, it would be okay if this guy sucked, because we're gonna get a million, like a gazillion better used Gohans in the future. More so the fact of a gazillion better Super Saiyan Gohan use in the future, right? But we're not gonna get more Kamis. Guys, look at this. You can't make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. And he has no 200% leader skills. So he has no 200% leader skills. He gets no defense on Super. He gets, of course, no defense on Super from his Super attack effect. He just gets attack. He has up to a 60% chance to dodge as the first attacker in the turn. But why would you put him in the first slot? Because if he does not dodge, he will get you cooked. After he does a Super, he'll have a 30% chance to dodge. It's just like, this design is so dumb. Now, he does have good things about him. The fact that he is a support type unit, that is good, certainly. And he also can recover 50% HP when HP is 30% or less. This is good, certainly, because this could get you out of a bit of a pickle. So this HP recovery, I would say, is certainly good. You rarely would ever see it, but it is something that you will have in your back pocket for Kami to get that clutch heal off in whatever situation you are in, more so in off-meta content. As well as him being a support type unit. He gives all allies 2 key and 25% attack and defense. And he gives Earthbred fighters or gifted warriors 1 key and 10% attack and defense. So if you're on Earthbred fighters, you're going to be getting up to 3 key and 35% attack and defense. It's certainly good. He is supporting a top tier category, that being Earthbred fighters. But the rest of his kit just doesn't make sense. He has up to 135% defense. It's just, that's bad. That's certainly very bad. I think the way to fix his card, make him gain a defensive buff on his super attack effect. Make him gain a defensive buff when he's doing a super attack from his passive. Make this 150% attack and defense baseline. What else? Keep his support type buff the way it is. That's completely fine. And then make this a unrestricted 50% chance to dodge. And then give him an additional 20% chance to dodge as the third attacker in a turn. It's just, there's nothing wrong with Dokkan going the Tech Yajirobe like route on a unit like this. There's nothing wrong, because Kami as like a character in Dragon Ball, he just screams support. He just screams support. Like, come on now. It's yelling out support. So I don't see why they would go the route they did. It's just so weird. Am I beating a dead horse? Maybe I am. Maybe I am beating a dead horse, but I had to get a bad EZA video out for Physical Kami because this EZA is ass. And who is his best linking partner? Let me... Now, these are certainly both good World Tournament EZAs, but like, how often are you like running these rotations? It's just the real question. And it kills me that this guy has, that's 6 categories? That absolutely kills me. He has 6 categories and he's this horrendous. So I think that is really about it. I appreciate you guys watching. I just don't understand how this guy exists. But... and you know what's funny? These two fuckers EZA'd in the same year. He EZA'd on December 15th of last year. And he EZA'd on August of 11th of last year. They EZA'd in the same year. I don't see why they couldn't make this guy better. Like, why not? I don't understand it. This guy will be the standard going forward. Let me take a quick look at these World Tournament EZAs. Gohan's easily the best, like 100%. This AGO Gohan's like, he's like, I would say does he gap all the other EZAs? I would probably say he does. He probably does. This guy is so fucking nasty compared to the other EZAs. I mean, the Tech Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is definitely pretty good, of course. I think that's really about it. I appreciate you guys for watching. You guys are the best. Peace.